Hello everybody, and thank you for tuning in to Knives of Legends and Firearms. Today we have the Colt Commander Lightweight Edition, the 45 caliber ACP. We're going to do a full disassemble and reassemble of this gun. Follow along and let's get started. Alright, first off we want to make sure the gun is safe. So we're going to push the magazine release right here and take out that magazine, and there's nothing in it. Let's go ahead and flip it over. We're going to put our finger up here, pull open the slide, and double check, make sure nothing in there. Good idea, just go ahead and rack it a few times. Alright, now that the firearm is unloaded, I am actually going to leave the hammer back. Next step, I'm going to take the gun right here. Right here I have the barrel, underneath it I have my spring. Now you can use your finger, but this spring is pretty tough, so I'm actually going to use a flathead screwdriver just to help push that down. So I'm going to push this down, and right here, this slide right here is going to slide up. So as I push the spring down, I'm going to push this slide over, and I'm going to only just go halfway for a second and stop, because you can see that it's still holding that spring down. When I move the slide over, it is going to have pressure from the spring, so I'm going to hold it down and release it slowly, or else it'll go flying out. So I'm going to use my thumb, hold it down, pull that over. You can see my thumb is on top. I'm going to release, and there's a cap that's holding the spring in right here. I'm going to take that out, and I'll just leave the spring right there. I'm going to flip the gun over this way, and now you can see there are two notches right here. You have a notch right here and a smaller notch right here on the slide. I'm going to push the slide back a little too far and light it right up with the top of that first pin right here. And then from here on the other side, there's going to be a little button. You're just going to push that down, and it's going to pop out. From here, this is the whole clip holding part of the gun together. I'm going to take this piece out right there. Now after that part is out, all I have to do is slide the slide right off the top, and I have two pieces now. I can put this part down. Now here is my slide and the barrel. Alright, so I'll take the spring and the guide rod out. Alright, now to remove the barrel, we're going to take the collar off the top right here that was holding our spring down. So if I just keep turning it all the way to my left, it will pop out. And there's that piece right there. Now I'm going to make sure this piece is down right here. And then from there, I can slide the barrel right out of the front of our slide. And there you have it, fully disassembled lightweight Commander Colt 45. So altogether we have 8 pieces, counting our spring and guiding rod right here. Now let's go ahead and put this gun back together. So let's put it back together in reverse order that we took it apart. So let's go ahead and take our slide right here, and we have our barrel. Now the back of the barrel is going to have this notch sticking out, and that's going to go towards the rear end of the gun. So I'm going to take it and slide it back in, and that part is going to be downward. And when you put it in correctly, it should sit right inside the slide, and that notch is going to fit right back into that slot. So it should have a little bit of wiggle room, but it should not spin over. And then if you look down in there, it should be a perfect fit. Once the barrel is set in there correctly, we're going to take the collar. So when I put this back on, that notch is going to go right in between, right between the barrel and the bottom where the spring goes. And then I'm going to do a full twist to the right and leave it up just like that. Now let's go ahead and put back our spring and guiding rod. Now on the spring, there's two different ends. You can see one looks more like a pigtail here, and one's going to be closed off. You want to make sure your guide rod is on the smaller side that is closed off, leaving the pigtail side up. There we go. I'm going to slide it in. Keeping the guiding rod has a flat part, keeping that part down right against the back of the barrel. Alright, now that's all that part right there, so now it's time to put it back together to our handle. So now I'm going to just hold this part down right here with my thumb, flip it over, and then you'll notice on the handle here it has a slide rail and under there it has a slide rail. So I'm just going to turn and connect these together. Notice my hammer is still down. Do not lift that hammer up or else you will not be able to get the slide on. So there we go, our slide is on. Now I'm going to line up, remember I mentioned there's 2 notches, so here's the first notch, here's the second notch. I'm going to line that second notch up with that hole that the pin is going to go into. And if you look into this hole right here, it should be a nice clear shot. You may have to move the barrel forward and back once just to get everything lined up. There we go, just like so. You should be able to see a clear hole all the way through. I'm going to stick the pin in. Then I'm going to just slide this up and snaps right in. Now that the pin is back in there, I'm going to actually pull the trigger and release the hammer. And that's going to stop the top slide from moving around. And last step, we're going to put the cap back on the spring, push it all the way down. Now you're going to have to push it tight, use a little bit of strength. Then I'm going to slide that collar over. You got to push down pretty hard, maybe use the flathead screwdriver. There we go. Once you got it over there, you're going to keep sliding, and then you're going to hear it pop right when it sets. There we go, just like that. So there we go. Our 45 Colt Commander is back together. Let's go ahead and test it. Go and rack it several times. Make sure everything is working smoothly. Alright, and there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The disassemble and reassemble of the Colt 45 1911. Almost all the models are the same. You're going to be doing the exact same teardown and reassemble for these guns for the 1911 models. Check out down below in the description for cool accessories and things you could buy for this gun. And like always, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you want to keep seeing more videos like this from our channel. And like always, thank you for watching Knives of Legends and Firearms. Peace out. Alright, water bottle cut. Testing time. Let's go and see how well she cuts. I already sharpened her up. Alright, outside to inside slice. Here we go. Let's cut this baby in half. That took hardly any effort at all. Slice it like an onion.